Hello and welcome to Gravitas Wins Conversations. I'm your host, Joseph Jude. The internet has opened up many business models that were not available earlier. One such business model is selling on Amazon US sitting in India. In fact, you can do that from anywhere in the world. Gaurav, my guest today, has been doing this business very successfully for almost like 2 years now. Today, we are going to find out everything about this particular business model. Hope you find this conversation useful. Hello, Gaurav. Welcome to the conversation.
Hi Joseph, how are you?
Very good, very good. So let's get started.
Yeah, sure.
Let's start with the basics, Gaurav. Can you explain what this concept of fulfilled by Amazon FBA model and how does it work and why is it suited for solopreneurs, so to speak?
So Amazon FBA is in expanded form is called Fulfilled by Amazon, where Amazon stores your inventory in their own warehouse, and whenever order comes in, they will fulfill it. By fulfilling, I mean they will pack it, they will ship it to the customer, and if there are any returns, so they will take those returns and process it again, put it back into the warehousing. So you will be surprised to know that even though that is called Amazon FBA, you can also launch your Shopify store and fulfill your Shopify orders from the Amazon itself. Okay,
Interesting.
so this is the one thing. So why it is suitable for the solopreneur? Imagine I am the only person that I'm selling on Amazon and I have never ever touched my product. So it really, I just got some samples. It gets shipped directly to the Amazon. Amazon stores it. Amazon fulfills it. What I only see is the numbers going up and down. Where you are actually selling the products, but you don't need to touch a product. Amazon does all for you.
Very good. I wanted to ask how you got started. You started a bit about it, but can you tell me a backstory? How did you start with?
So before I was a programmer, I started my working 2006 till until 2016 mid. I was a programmer. In 2017, so my cousin here in India wants to sell some stuff on Amazon India, and he was a and these guys are non-technical guys, and these don't know much about the computers, but they are very amazing businessmen. So they want to start a brand called NetGen, which I believe it is not existent over there. And side by side, they also started Dr. Odin. It's a brand which sells the medical healthcare devices, home healthcare devices like blood pressure monitor, pulse oximeter, nebulizer, and they have a whole range. So I started with helping him to set up everything from grounds up on the Amazon India. And you will surprised to know selling on Amazon India, sitting on Amazon here in India is tougher than selling on Amazon US. Then I started providing consulting on to the people in the Upwork. Then this is how I gained my experiences over the last 4 or 5 years. So majority of the push comes to the Amazon side when it was COVID, because a lot of people started selling on Amazon, buying on Amazon. So there was a boom on the Amazon itself. Yeah, so this is how I started on
Okay,
Amazon.
okay, Gaurav. I have decided. Okay, I want to start selling
Yeah.
Amazon US, not in Amazon India. And how do I go about start doing it? What? How do I choose products to sell? So, any tips for beginners to say, okay, these products is what you should look at? How do I get started?
So let me start from a very beginning.
Okay.
So the first thing that what Amazon has done in India, so they have put up a team called Amazon Global Team, which actually it has only one thing, so to pick up the manufacturers or sellers from India and help them to launch in the Amazon US, but not only in US, so you can sell in any of the marketplace. So Amazon will help you with their third party vendors to get registered in even the countries like Saudi Arabia. But what I found, the Amazon US is has one of the lowest documentation requirements, and it is easy to get in market, and it is a very it is the one of the biggest market for the Amazon. So if you want to sell on the Amazon US from here in India, you don't need to register a company on in the US. You just need Indian GST, a PAN card, bank account, and IEC code. and one thing is called AD code. And if I'm missing something, then Amazon has third party vendors that will help you to get everything you require. Now, before the choosing product is the most important aspect of this Amazon selling thing. So the what when I tell people that don't go after things which are selling very very good, like turmeric curcumin. This keyword sells for $5 million a month on Amazon. So, but I would never ever go for that product because it is saturated.
Mm,
It is being sold by a lot of people, and there are very, very big players. They are ready to pay a $10 a click for a $15 a product.
mm,
To so then how can you survive in this thing? But there's a way out. So a lot of people are looking for some sort of deals or some sort of value products. What I will do, I would pick up curcumin or turmeric curcumin. I will add ashwagandha, or I will find some products or some components which are complementing that product and provide some value to them. Then I will increase my price. Let's say the average selling price of the turmeric is like $15. Then I will increase my price by by 25%. So it's somewhere around 20 or 22, something like that, and start selling it. So in that sense, I will be out of the direct competition from the big players. But I don't want to be a big player as of now when I'm starting. I'm not on the
mm,
line. I just want to make sure in the start I want to keep my head afloat and be profitable or be break even for the first year. And even for that sense, I just forgot to mention that I myself is selling on Amazon US. I own a supplement brand in Amazon US. But supplements is one of the toughest category. So you need to be, you need some practice, you need some, what do we say, some very very tricks to get through those supplements. But that's a doable, what I could think. So this is the journey. Just find a product, add a value, and just give it to your customers. So obviously, if some customer sees a value in your product, they will buy it. And don't discount the packaging. So packaging and branding plays an important
mm.
role in this thing, because on the online sphere we are not touching anything. We are just perceiving a product value by just add their branding and everything. So if you want to stand out, put a good branding and just go about it. Just show up on them in front of people, and yeah. And Amazon does a one good, very good thing. If you're launching a new product, for first 30 days, it will give you an undue advantage. It will
Mm.
increase your visibility because Amazon doesn't have the data to ascertain so what type of product you are, what type of audience you have. So in those 30 days, if you comes in the good books of the Amazon, so then you can roll it from there very very easily.
Okay, fantastic. So you have selected a particular segment, so to speak.
Yeah.
You've added a value and all of those things. You have created a category. How do I source these products? Do you manufacture in India and ship it to the US, or you find something in the US? How does this logistic work?
Uh, so majority of the thing which I would say the suitable for the people here in India is to find something here in India,
Hmm.
okay, and try to sell on Amazon US. So that works. Even though you can do Amazon from China to Amazon US also. And even though in that case, the Amazon also take care of your shipment from China to Amazon US warehouse.
Mm.
So that is also one of the biggest challenge they were facing. Now they have removed this thing also.
So let us say, for example, I have a product in India. So
Uh,
we are sitting in Tri City.
uh
This is full of industrial
Yeah,
manufacturing hubs,
yeah,
Badi and all the other places. There are pharma companies here, nuts and bolts. All of those kinds of things are manufactured here.
yeah.
And even in North India, there are a ton of Faridabad and all of these places, right? Now, let's say, for example, I find a product with a value. All of those things are taken care of. There is a product. I have a manufacturing hub. I made a deal with them.
hmm
How do I get this product to the US Amazon warehouse? How does that work?
There are two ways you can say. Either you can engage your own provider, or you can engage with the Amazon empaneled providers. There are few they will provide, and then you can ask them to ship your product. Okay.
Hmm.
So they will help you to do all the documentation and everything, because Amazon has, laid out everything for you. So
Mm.
they have done the logistically, they have tied up with some partners like DHL, maybe FedEx. I don't use them personally. So there are some ocean freight forwarders, and I believe so these things you have to do some arrangement with them out of Amazon. But recently I think I have heard someone so that they are integrating this whole thing into the Amazon itself. So you just have to create a shipment from there, so everything will take place from there itself. So right now you have to go third party portal and they will do everything, but right now they are coming in so that you can just push in everything from the Amazon portal, and it will start going from there.
Okay. Okay, fine. Say, for example, the product has reached the Amazon US warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
From there onwards,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon will take care, like, I mean, shipping and returns and all of those kinds of stuff. Coming to whatever that you are doing in the portal itself, Amazon portal itself, what are the critical factors to consider? Say, for example, on pricing, one of the things that you talked about is do not compete on already saturated categories.
Yeah.
But let us say, for example, you have found that value. Any tips you would give on how it should be listed, what the price that you should choose, what's a kind of a balance between profitability and competitiveness? Any tips on that?
Let me explain you, the full circle you will
Yeah.
understand. Let's say the average price in the category is $20. You know, to to let the some people buy who are looking for the deals over there, you just start with the $17, seventeen
Mm.
and a half dollars, because you don't have any social proof. Your social proof still has to come. When the people will come, people will buy. Then it's like a flywheel effect.
Mm.
It goes on, goes on, goes on. I would say humongous market over there. I don't want anyone to try to capture the humongous amount of market. We just has to capture just 1% or a half percent of market. This keeps on targeting it, keeps on targeting it, and then sit over there. So Amazon remembers everything. They remember for which keyword you have so they keeps on those tracks. And once you have a good review rating, good conversion rate, so things get easy for you. So yeah, so first thing, you need to make sure that you are, I believe, 20%, uh, maybe 15-20% lower than the average. Then from there on, if you're providing value and if you see your product is well perceived, then you, even though, then you can increase your price. But what I did with my product, I sold it already for the, like, 20% on the on the premium. I didn't sold it at the negative. I sold it on the premium because I'm in a supplement category that is having very cutthroat competition with the ads. So on the very first day, I decided that I will wait for 1 year to make a single dollar out of it, but I will not bleed a single dollar out of this business.
Mm.
So either you want to wait more or you want to wait less, then you have to do it.
Depending on how what your context is, you can choose one way or the other.
Yeah, I so some people are more eager, more aggressive. I would say that I'm type of a person who wants to have a bit of laid off approach, where I think things to go settle down, move there at own pace.
So I have this product listed, the prices, all of those things are done. You touched upon ads. So there are, so please walk us through. Are these ads on Amazon itself? Do you put ads outside and drive traffic to that particular thing within Amazon? So how do you increase visibility of your product, and how do you increase the conversion rate?
So to give you perspective, my gross margins on my own business are like 40 to 43%, and my net margin end up like 12 to 13-14% maximum.
Mm.
So the 30% goes to the Amazon ads. I'm not saying
Mm.
so. So the 42% gross margin is after when I have accounted for
Mm.
my cost, the cost of product reaching on the Amazon warehouse, Amazon fulfillment, Amazon commissions. After that, I'm left with 42%. In those 42%, Amazon still takes 30%, and they're
Mm.
getting greedy day by day. So the fight is to is to reduce those, is to just get something back. So there are certain ways. So if you want to drive the outside traffic, Amazon, something is called Amazon attribution. When someone buys from that link, okay, you have driven some outside traffic. Either it can be through ads, through your email list and whatnot. Amazon give back you like 10% of the whatever sale. Let's say you are selling product for $25, you get 2.5 back into your pocket. And the other thing is, it's called Amazon Ads, Amazon PPC, that runs on the Amazon platform itself. On Amazon Ads, let's say if I'm searching for a turmeric curcumin, I buy your product. Amazon recognize that that product has some relevance to this keyword. Okay, now it will rank your product above it for that
Mm.
organically without paying that money for it. So and there are n number of placements which I don't know where they will start showing. Someday I'm lucky. I'm at the mercy of the Amazon. I get a,
Algorithms.
algorithms. I got a very good thing these days. I don't know what's gone wrong. So the best thing is to keep yourself cool. Don't freak out. Wait and watch. Your turn will come if your product has a good reviews. So just show up over there. Don't burn so much money on the ads. So yeah.
Okay,
So yeah.
fair enough. So with the ads and all of those things you are placed, how do you handle the customer service, whether it is returns, or how do you have positive reputation? How do you handle the negative reviews? How do you handle the customer service part of it?
So on Amazon FBA, so customer service is 95% handled by the Amazon itself. So
Hmm.
they don't come to you at all. So they just come to you if they are, let's say if you have a very configurable product, like you have some bench, you know, some benches, and they don't know how to assemble it. And then they are not able to find some. Then they will come back to you. And and if there, let's say, if there is some problem with the product, either they will call the Amazon or they will simply return it.
Mm.
About the positive reputation, so that all depends on on your product. If your product, let's say, let me ask you, Joseph, so last time when you were very happy about a product, when you have spent 10 rupees and you have got the value of 20 rupees.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
do this, so people will start reviewing. On the average, on the very good average, if you are selling 100 product, only 2% will review your product,
True.
and the positive ones. And if you have the negative outcome or negative experience with your product, you're getting you are having a guaranteed at least 70 to 80% of people coming and
Yeah.
bashing. And once your product go down that route, it's not coming back.
Mm.
It's very hard to come back from there.
Okay. Okay, I understood that. Now, okay, so let us say, for example, all of these things are all there. If we have placed it, what's the hardest part of the business? Is it ops, product, marketing, ads? I've seen you. I mean, I've sat next to you sometimes in Starbucks. You've been going through the Amazon merchant portal and everything. So, what's the hardest part of the business when you are doing it?
So it's a hardest part is the Amazon ads. you know I wouldn't, I've been very honest with you. I've been working this thing for last 2017, maybe the six good years. At now it's 17, so yeah, I can say the 6 good years. Amazon ads is one of the one thing that you can't tame it, because
Mm.
everyone is just behind you, your
Mm.
competitors, Amazon and everything. So it is one of the hardest thing. You don't want to give it that much money to them. You don't want to give it that much, your profit margin to them. You just keep on sticking to them. Your turn will come. This will happen. Your turn will come. People are gonna come, like your product. They're gonna put your reviews over there, and then your product will start moving. Then when your product will start moving, another problem comes is the inventory management. So basically, that is you have to manage inventory. So there's a time of the inventory from when you order or when you manufacture and that reaching to the Amazon. Let's say and it happens pretty quickly over there. You were selling like 5 products, say 5 units a day, and suddenly you got 15. Now what you will do?
Mm.
You haven't projected this thing. So So it happens with the experience. Okay, so this much I can sell, this much I can lose, and then you keeps on rolling your inventory well. So that happens. So that is the second challenging part. So basically it's called managing the cash flow. Whatever money you have, you have to manage. So this is the fairly very tricky game. The one thing is PPC, second is inventory management, and third thing is the Amazon itself. Sometimes they have some new policies. They will say, okay, we will ban your product produces documentation. You can't do anything. So even though I'm also not doing this thing, I need to start my store. Okay, then I need to start selling on my own store also, to create my own audience over there. So yeah, so these are the things so which you need to take care. This is one of the toughest thing to handle.
So one of the things that you touched upon, and one of the listener asked this particular question as well. What is the possibility of Amazon banning you? What are the odds, and what are the reasons for which you can get banned? And in general, what are the risks in this particular business?
So I would say that each and every business has its own risk. So if you are something in consumable categories like supplements, which I am, so they can have any sort of excuse to ban you. Generally, they don't do.
Mhm.
They are making money from you. Why do they ban for no reason? Until unless they are getting quite a negative feedback from the customers. Someone got really hurt. Someone got sick consuming your product, and they are saying, okay, so we are gonna ban you because your product is not of that quality. There are some categories, like if you are selling ashwagandha, then Amazon will not allow you to sell your product until unless you have a certificate from an ISO certified lab that states that it doesn't contain the components which the Viagra has. That's called sildenafil and everything.
Mm.
So they want you to, because why this happens, because in the past some one of the Amazon sellers, okay, was selling the stuff with these type of banned substances over there. And what happened, the FDA, the authorities in the US, just ordered some product, got it tested in their labs, and they find out now they're all banned. What they need to do when they're registered on the Amazon, they will list their product with all the components. They don't need to be anything fancy, very realistic, a listing. Just put over there, and just put the quantity one over there, and try to sell it as an FPM, and put a very high price. Let's say if the product is sell for $20, you have $100. Nobody's going to buy a product for $20 for the $100. But what will happen, it will trigger the Amazon algorithm. If your product has something that requires documentation, it will ban
Ah.
you. Now you haven't produced a product, and still what documentation you have to provide. Then you can go back to Amazon. Okay, have you to find this documentation. If you can provide the documentation, go ahead. If not, change the product.
Mm. Good point. Good point. These are the tricks that people should know. Okay. So, having said all of these things, right? I mean, having listened to you, what's the odds of successful in this particular business?
The odds are very, very good. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Let me increase your odds by this thing. Let's say you want to invest 2 lakh rupees into this thing, and if and divide that into 4 parts. Okay, put only 50,000 rupees into the first go of your inventory, and believe you're going to fail. That's what I did. I started like, okay, so this is the money I have. Okay, I have put only, I have the capital of like $12,000. I just put on the first one like $3,000. I said this $3,000 has been wiped out. I'm not going back for it. Now I have to think how to save that $3,000.
Mhm.
People say other way around, that you have to dream. I said no, dream failure first, then you will start filling those holes with yourself. So if you have $10,000 of your capital, put $2,500 into this, and try to save every 100 rupees or every rupee out of it. Okay, then see what happens. You might fail with that product, or if you if
Mm.
you you might just fly off with that product. If you fail, you have another three chances to take on the product, but your learning should be massive.
Mm,
And then you have three more chances. Either if your product flies off, then use that capital to fund the more inventory to it and make it.
lovely
i
point.
I didn't make for 8 months. I our i didn't make a zero money out of it. On the balance sheet, I was not making any, and not a single money out of it. But from the ninth month, my my profits were like 25%.
Mm,
I just waited. People say the Q4 is coming. I sit around and very calmly I let the Q4 pass. Q4 is like in the December. Now
yep,
what happens when the Q4 pass? Lot of these guys are exhausted their inventory on the Amazon, and a lot of people are getting them manufactured in the China or somewhere else. So now there are holidays in the China in the start of the year, something like that time. So they can't have 2 years. So at that time, I had the most profitable days of my business, while other people say these are the least profitable business days of your business. Apparently, my sales number were same, my ad spends were down.
okay, so I have done this, I've made profits. How do you get the profits back to India?
Amazon will reimburse you in your Indian account, okay, and they charge a bit of higher fees, a percent or so. So that's it. So that's good. And even though you can use Payoneer for that or Ping Pong, these services for remitting. So these are the cheaper rates than the Amazon. And yeah, and not only Amazon US, you can UK, Australia, wherever you like, you can help it.
You can,
And one best thing is that Amazon has a team which actually wants you to sell on Amazon. And if you and before registering, so before going for the Amazon thing, okay, on the US, if you register with them with their link, so these are the Amazon managers. So their only KRA is to make sure that you are profitable, you keeps on selling on the Amazon US. They will tell you each and everything, which type of products you can select. If you have any problem internally, so they will help you solving with their internal tools. One of the biggest pitfalls about the Amazon is that their seller support is not that good. That is improving day by day, but that's still not good. And if you have someone inside who can help you with those things, it would be great help. So
okay,
yeah.
okay. And taxes is general Indian tax system, right? I mean, or is there any
There
difference?
is nothing you do. Then again, I'm iterating. Doing business in US is very easy than in India. If you open a company over there, you don't have to pay a single dime of the taxes over in US. You can bring all that money to India. That would be taxable as your income tax. That is not taxable,
Mm,
as something else. So taxes, whatever sale tax is over there, Amazon takes care. They charge people sale tax. They remit that sale tax to the government, so you are free of that thing. The money which you are coming here in India, you will get something called document called FCRA, which shows that you are getting money from Amazon. You are selling on Amazon, and obviously government is happy that you are exporting. So that's a happy situation for both.
lovely. Oh, thank you so much for taking your time to answer all of these questions. Now, I am interested to start a business on Amazon, and I'll come and sit next to you to do
Sure.
that as well. Gaurav, for all my guests, I ask three rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So here it goes. What's the kindest thing someone has done for you?
So the kindest thing someone has done for you. So the business I am running over here now is funded by my partner, you know, and he is a
Hmm,
millionaire over there, and I'm the majority stakeholder. And yeah, so this is the kindest thing, and he's quite affluent, and I believe just doing this. He's just funding my business just to do a good thing. He don't require it, but just to do a good thing out of it.
thanks. This podcast is about leadership, gravitas. It's about leadership. In that sense, can you please share what you think as the best leadership quality and who has manifested in your life?
So the same guy, I'm so there are two guys. So one was the my manager at the my working as HFCL. So you need to understand, we are all humans. We are not, we are not mechanical pieces which can work. There might be some low days, there might high days. So support someone in the low days, so they will go extra mile to deliver, so
Absolutely.
this is just gonna happen. So one thing, and this guy, so he was my he's my partner, and he's younger by 10 years from me. So one day I was having a call with him, and after the call he's paying me, and after the call he says, thanks for all the work you are doing, I really appreciate it. That day I was really moved with this gesture. So I said, he's paying me, and this that's my duty to do it. Still he's appreciating this thing.
Mm,
And that guy is so popular, so amazingly good guy. He has grown from a company in 2020 with the 500K to around 3.4 or maybe 4 million in just 3 days, 3 years, sorry. So that humbleness is the one thing which I have learned. And you need to be very, very humble, you need to be very, very respectful. If you're say out loud the praises, and keep the, if you have some other problems or some other complaints with me, say out in the modest tone, or whatever you feel. That I have learned.
okay. Thanks, Gaurav. Finally, what's your definition of a living good life?
For me, it's my time, it's my freedom. The way I have designed my life from 2012, I have been a freelancer. So if I can simply shut this computer down, I can go to the Shimla, I can go wherever I belong. So this is my definition of a good life. Maybe somebody have different one. And yeah, so you just has to be like this. You just need to be a healthy lifestyle with these type of thing. Healthy lifestyle, own your time, and yeah. So this is where.
Thank you. Thank you, Gaurav. Thanks for taking the last 45 minutes to answer all the questions about FBA. And I will link all the assets and all the other link ways to connect with you so that listeners can
Yeah,
connect
sure.
back with you. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this conversation. Can I request you to share your key takeaways from our conversation? If you liked our conversation, please share the podcast with others. Have a life of wins.